Today on Provost Park Pass, I'm doing a secret reveal of the most hated ride in all of Disney California Adventure and Disneyland. What? Why? Hey, I would love it if you want to be my friend or buddy. We could hang out. Maybe even sometime we could pal around. In order to do that, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button and like button. See what I did there? Smooth transition. In this video, I'm gonna be giving away a Club 33 pin. What? A Club 33 pin. Stay tuned to watch the video to find out how you can win this. The Pixar Pal-A-Round is found on the Pixar Pier. Pixar Pal-A-Round is 160 feet tall, but it's 10 feet in the water, meaning it's only 150 feet tall rather than 160 feet tall. Those tricky Disney Imagineers dropped it down 10 feet. That way, they didn't have to put an aerial light on top of it. Because, you know, that would make it look bad. This attraction's had 3 names. The first name was called the Sun Wheel. It had a giant gold sun on it. And it was from 2001 to 2008 with a gold sun. The sun was inspired from Mexican art from the 1970s. Then, they rethemed it to the Mickey and Friends Wheel. And then, in 2017, and opening in 2018, they rethemed it to Pixar Pal-A-Round. Most of the time though, people still call it the Mickey Fun Wheel, but the real name is the Pixar Pal-A-Round. You'll notice that the Mickey face on it is drawn with the pie eyes. That's from the older Mickey style because, you know, it just matches everything they're doing here at Pixar Pier. Now the Mickey Fun Wheel, Pixar Pals, when it was the Mickey Fun Wheel, it had Mickey, Donald, Pluto, you know, all the major characters and staples of Disney. When they rethemed this whole area to the Pixar Pier, they wanted to use all the Pixar properties. So they changed the Mickey Fun Wheel to the Pal-A-Round and made it with all the different Pixar characters. And there's so many to choose from. Which did your favorite make it on the list? Only 24 of them made it onto the Pixar Pal-A-Round list. I'm super happy Flick made it though. There is no height requirement. Anybody can go on it. The line for this attraction can be kind of slow and get kind of long during the day. So if you come first thing in the morning, nobody's riding it. Or you come in the evening, nobody's riding it. And in the evening, it's got some of the best views of the park. It's gorgeous. Okay, so when you ride Pixar Pal-A-Round, you're gonna choose what kind of ride you want. Do you want the swinging or the non-swinging? Now be careful because it's going to give you a vastly different ride depending on which one you choose. I mean, vastly different. On the Disneyland website, it lists this as 2 rides. The Pixar Pal-A-Round is the only attraction that is listed as 2 rides. You got the static cart and the rolling carts that are scary. The Pixar Pal-A-Round has 24 gondolas. Gondolas, I don't know how to pronounce it. Every time I say that word, people say I'm saying it wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. 24 gondolas. 16 of them swing, 8 of them don't. Now, what's kind of fun about this ride is called the Pixar Pal-A-Round. There are 12 pairs of friends on this particular ride, and their carts are on the exact opposite of the wheel from each other. Let's go ahead and name them. Here they are. There's Sadness, whose pal is Joy. There's Nemo, whose pal is Dory. There's Flick, whose pal is Heimlich. There's Buzz, whose pal is Woody. There's Miguel, whose pal is Hector. There's Lightning McQueen, whose pal is Tomater. There's Eve, or Eva, whose pal is Wally. There's my personal favorite, Sully, whose pal is Mike Wachowski. There are the 3 bears. Their names are Harris, Hubert, and Hamish. They're the brothers of Merida. There's Emil, who's the brother of Remy. And of course you have Doug and Russell. There's the swinging gondola right here. And you can choose the right side or the left side. And when you ride on the swinging gondola, you'll see that you can come over here. It loads 3 carts at a time. 2 swinging and 1 static. And when I say static, I mean it just doesn't move. It just stays right there. It does not swing. I call this the Pixar Pal death grip. You see people are hanging on to the sides of swinging cars. They get nervous and they just can't help it. They have to hang on to it. This ride is what's called a stutter stop line. That means that the line does not continuously keep moving. When the ride is going, nobody moves forward. When the ride stops, they'll load new people on, and then you get to move forward. So it takes a while. This line takes a while to get on. There are 2 different lines. You got the swinging side and the non-swinging side. The non-swinging line takes extra long because they can only load 1 car at a time, where the swinging side, they can load 2 cars at a time. So if you want to get on faster, do the swinging side. But beware. These blades underneath the car right there are only on car number 1 and car number 3. You see them right here as it goes by. Right there. what those do when the ride is something aboard, after it's a complete revolution, cars 1 and 3 are swinging a lot when it's coming in. So those blades are magnets and it slows the swing so they can disembark quicker. The rest of the cars don't have them because it's going slow and unloading and loading them slowly, so we don't have to worry about them having that swinging cart to get on and off. Only cars 1 and 3 have that. That far gondola there, that's a swinging gondola, and then you got a static and then another swinging. Like I said though, if you want to ride the faster line, you go on the swinging ones. But that ride is much more terrifying than the static one. This is a nice leisurely ride that goes up and around. It looks like I'm gonna be getting the Doug car. Orange, my favorite color. Oh yeah! In order to load the ride, they have to make 8 stops. Once they've made all 8 stops, it'll make 1 complete revolution and then start doing those 8 stops again, loading and unloading people. So, when you hit that revolution, you'll know it. The swinging gondola is considered to be, by many, the scariest attraction in all of Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. If you aren't expecting it, it's really scary. Whoa, see I'm going backwards? Starting to roll. Woo! You can actually get the car up to 90 degrees, so you're looking straight down. Now, in order to do that, you have to have a lot of your friends on one side of the car. So if you're facing the wheel, you want facing the wheel, the right-hand side, you want to load that, the heavy side, and then that car will swing way up. We did that before with all my friends. Also, this ride is notorious for getting people sick, like the teacups in Disneyland. Because of that, what do they supply you with? They supply you with little bags there, little emergency bags. They call them motion sickness bags. If you have mobility issues and you're like in a wheelchair and EVC, not a problem. The seats here can be lifted up on both sides to accommodate that. You just wheel right on in and they lock you down for the ride. Now this is one of 2 Ferris wheels like this in the entire world. The entire world. The other one's located at Coney Island in New York. There's only 2 Ferris wheels in the world that have the static gondola and the rolling gondola. And I have to just tell you guys, if you've never done the rolling gondola, do it. It's scary. You get an amazing view once you're up in the car. I mean, you can see like everything. If you're on the motion track, you see these blue bars there. You are on this. It's kind of like like a hamster wheel. As it rotates around, you will start to roll through these tracks, and man, do you start to swing. The Pixar Pal-A-Round is the lowest rated and most hated ride in all of Disney California Adventure. If you go look at the ratings on the internet, out of 10, the static cart has a 4.7. That's not too bad. But the swinging gondola has a 1.7. People do not like it. The reason most people don't like it though is because it scares them so much. I don't think that's a reason to give them a bad rating. I mean, it scared you. What happens is if people get on this ride, they think it's gonna be super fun or family friendly, and then all of a sudden they get that swing gondola and they're not prepared for it, and it scares them. Like we're about ready to start going right here. Woo! Woo! You can get your I'm trying to rock this. See if I can get this rocking. Oh my gosh. You can really get this rocking with your friends here. And if you're not prepared for that first rock like that, it really will throw you for a loop. That's why people have given it such a low rating on the reviews on the internet. Don't review something bad because it scares you. That means it did its job. So now for this revolution, I'm gonna switch sides so you can see what it looks like to roll down. You guys ready? Here we go, we're rolling a little bit. This side's not too bad. It's once you go over the top of the wheel, that's when it gets bad. Whoa! If you time it just right and get your friends on, you can get it so it's at perfect 90 degrees so you're looking straight down. Since I'm in this by myself, I don't quite have enough weight. So I'm cresting right now, we're swinging, we're kind of cresting over the top. And here we go, guys. I'm gonna try to get some really good weight on this one. Too bad. Stop. Oh, the loading procedure stopped us right as we're getting ready. So, it wasn't too bad. I find it quite enjoyable, actually. On a hot day, this is the perfect ride because when you get up high, the wind comes right in and it cools you down. Every time I've ridden this ride, the wind has been there. Every time. It feels good. The ride itself takes about 10 minutes. That's with the loading and unloading of the ride. So really the one revolution is about 2 minutes. Then the rest of the time, the other 7 or so minutes that you're on it, it's just loading and unloading. So it's around 10 to 11 minutes. Some say 12. I guess it depends how long. If you have somebody getting on, it's getting a little slower getting on, but it's around 10 to 11 minutes for everything, loading and unloading. Once you're inside the ride, you never have to worry about doors opening up. They lock and only a cast member can unlock them. You do. As you can see, she unlocked it and we're good to go. Something to be aware, they don't allow any food on the Pixar Pal-A-Round. No food, which is a smart decision because you get up there, you're gonna spill your drink or spill your pizza or toss your cookies. Are you ready for a treat? Look who's right over here. Hello, Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey! Oh, you look fantastic. Love it. This morning I woke up, I had a snake in my boot, but we got it all taken care of. This ride is very polarizing. People either love it or they hate it. Time Out magazine rated this the worst attraction here. What? But Fort Worth magazine ranked this as the second best Ferris wheel in the world. So, I don't know. I think it really just goes to show if you like thrills, you're gonna love this ride. If you just want something classy, slow, this ride's not for you at all. I mean, at all. On February 3rd, 2019, they lit this all up in blue and yellow in honor of the 53rd Super Bowl, which had the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. A fun, really cool thing about the Pixar Pal-A-Round is in 2014, they put LED lights around it. And then they have this app. During the World of Color, if you pull up the app, they do trivia for about 60 seconds. If you were the one to answer the trivia questions the fastest and get the highest score in that 60 seconds, then for the next 30 seconds, you gotta control all the lights on the Wonder Wheel on your phone on the app, like changing it, like the little color palettes there, click and change it. I've only won it once, and I just kept going back from green and blue, green and blue, green and blue, green and blue, because Provost Park Pass colors on the Wonder Wheel. I hope they do that again when the World of Color returns. So now, let's do the non-swinging side and see what that ride's like. So if you have somebody who's maybe a little motion sick or maybe is afraid of heights, you might want to go on the non-swinging side because it's not so abrupt. You're not swinging, you're just kind of going around a nice gentle circle. But you do get up way up high because the carts don't swing down. So you're way up there. The best views though. You can see right there, that one's on track, it's rolling. But that one over there is static, it's just staying right there. Now the non-swinging side takes a lot longer to load because they can only do 8 cars per every 10 minutes. Where the swinging side, they can do 16 cars. So it takes a little more time. So if you really want to get out fast, just do the swinging side. But if you're like, oh, I don't know if I can handle that, then you definitely better do the non-swinging gondola. Gondola? Gondola. Let's see if we can name every cart. Nemo, Flick, Buzz, Lightyear, Miguel, Lightning McQueen, Eva, Sully, Ferris, Hubert and Hamish, the 3 bears, Emil, Doug, Mrs. Incredible, Sadness, Dory, Heimlich, Woody, Hector, Mater, Wally, Mike Wazowski, Meredith, Remy, Russell, Mr. Incredible, Joy, and back to Nemo. All right, so I have a thought here. Just gonna hear me out. This is the Pixar Pal-A-Round because it's your friend, right? You got Mater and Lightning McQueen, obviously friends. Buzz and Woody, great friends. Sully and Mike Wazowski, great friends. And then I saw Remy and Emil, and I was like, oh, brothers, they're good friends. And I started thinking, like, I wish that they would have put Linguini and Colette, because I love Colette, you know? And I was like, well, they probably didn't want to do that because they don't want it to be the romantic around, you know, because they had a relationship. But then I realized Mr. and Mrs. Credible are on this ride. I think there's a miss there. They should have had Mr. Incredible and Frozone. They're buddies. I mean, Mrs. Incredible and Mr. Incredible, I mean, I get it. They're friends. Husband and wife, that whole thing, but still, I think Frozone should have been on it. Or we should have had Colette on this with Linguini. I mean, either way. There's my stationary gondola, the 3 bears. Get on in. Now you'll notice in these cars, they don't really have the motion sickness bags because it's not too bad. Now you can see we're almost to the top, right across in our stationary. That's Flick, that one's top. And then they're loading right there. There's Mater at the very top, which means the tow meter is at the bottom. But we are still way up here. I mean, look, we're above the Incredicoaster. It's the highest point of the wheel, right up here. It's stopping, so it must be loading Meredith down below. I mean, look how high we are up here. I know that's hard to show you how high we are because it keeps showing focusing on the wireframe, but we are up here. We're above the mountain range. All the way above that Cadillac Ranch, you see the Over there, way over there is Guardians. We are up there with Guardians. You can see the Matterhorn and Space Mountain out there. Top of the wheel. Looking down on a credit coaster. And just so happens to get a top, what do we feel? The breeze cools you down. It's a hot one, guys. Super hot. My forehead is burning, and I ran into a Patreon, Christina, and she's like, you're burning. She gave me some sunscreen, and now it's like makes it shine, but I gotta protect my skin because it is burning hot out here today. Burning hot. Burning hot. Give us a little friendly wave as we pass on by, and now we're going up the top again. Woo! I personally like the swinging gondolas better. Gondola is better. I think those ones are amazing, but I mean, well, they have a one. I think earlier in the video it says 1.7, but I looked it up. The rating has dropped. It's now 1.3. People just do not like the swinging gondolas because it scares them so bad. So they've given it bad reviews. Type in a furious review. It's terrifying, and I was on this ride and it scared the heck out of me. So I'm gonna give you 1 star. See, there's that swing gondola. I just rolled down that track, gave him a thrill. Well, guys, according to Time Out magazine, I just rode the worst attraction in all of Disneyland. But according to Provost magazine, that's the 2nd best Ferris wheel in the world. In order to be eligible to win this beautiful Club 33 pin, you only have to do 3 things. 3 things. Ready? 1, subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscribe button. 2, like this video. And 3, leave a comment. That's it. That's all you have to do. And this coming Sunday, I'm going to be selecting a winner. I hope you win. All right, so we just got on. There's our motion sickness bags. So we've stacked all 3 of us on one end. We're going to try to really get it swinging big. Woo! Miles just pointed out, we see Matterhorn. What car did we get? You guys remember? Sully from Monsters Inc. Ah, it's perfect for us. We love Sully. Here we go. Oh, we got an unscheduled delay, guys.
An unscheduled delay?
An unscheduled delay?
We're stuck on Pixar Pal-A-Round. No, it is a delay.
We're going backwards.
Where are we going?
We're going backwards, guys.
It's never happened before. What is going on?
That was the first time I ever had that happen. I think somebody had an emergency and they had to get off, and so we rode backwards. And now we're going forwards again.
Wildest,
that's crazy.
Wildest Pixar Pal-A-Round I've ever had. That's for sure.
That made Amanda got a little bit nervous there. I'm trying to get it rocking.
One of those made I had gummy tummy. My tummy totally went like, whoop.
Oh, we're stopped here at the top. Oh no, we're going. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're like at the top. Then we're going? Then we're going down?
That's grip on the wall.
I'm holding us up so we don't fall.
Ah, so fun. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's a lot of fun talking about the Pixar Pal-A-Round wheel. 2nd best Ferris wheel in the world, or the worst attraction in all of Disneyland, depending on who you ask. If you like this video and you like what's going on here, subscribe, because we're gonna have a whole bunch of more content about crazy Disney facts, things that you probably don't know about it. You guys are great. Also, I just want to give a huge shout out to our Patreons. Do you know that our patrons get an extra video every Sunday night where Amanda and I answer their questions? They ask us any questions and we will answer them. It costs $3 a month, and every Sunday night we answer their questions. It's a lot of fun. If you want to be part of that community, go to patreon.com and look up Provost Park Pass.